Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. That's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey. My heterosexual life mate, David.
Yellow.
And the ever-loving, crazy-eyed AJ.
We're going to talk about a mugwump.
Oh, no, we're not.
Yeah, we're going to talk
No
about
mugwumps.
Talk about mugwumps.
That's ridiculous.
Which one are mugwumps? I don't know this one.
Mugwumps.
What are mugwumps?
They're from a very strange film entitled The Naked Lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yes, based off of a very weird book
With sea creatures.
by William S. Burroughs.
Yeah, that's a pretty messed up.
It's a fucked up, yeah.
It's all crazy.
And that's what we're talking about.
And that's exactly what we're talking about today. Not to distract you any further, but to distract you even further. We are talking about crazy, wild, insane movies in our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. So let's start with Naked Lunch.
Let's start with it. Okay.
I brought my clothes. My bad.
Me too. I just showed up naked. I said, fuck it. What do we
nice,
do?
nice.
Closed dinner.
Yeah.
Clothed.
Clothed.
I have to admit, I don't know if I've ever even heard of Naked Lunch.
It's pretty
do
nuts.
a synopsis here.
Oh, here we go.
for a quick synopsis.
I didn't
for
go to
Dave.
that detail. Shit.
So it's based in 1953, and it's this guy who's an exterminator, and he finds his wife stealing his supply of insecticide to use as a recreational drug. And yeah, he gets arrested and starts hallucinating because he's exposed to all this insecticide, and all this crazy fucking weird shit happens. Like his typewriter turns into a talking beetle who gives him a mission
Oh, yeah.
to kill his wife. Who's
cool.
allegedly an agent of an organization called Interzone Incorporated.
That sounds likely.
He accidentally kills her while attempting to shoot a drinking glass off her head while they're high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could go on and on and on, but it's not going to make any more sense than it doesn't already.
How did you feel watching this movie, AJ?
Confused.
It actually reminds me of a black and white I saw years ago about some neurotic guy lived on his own in an apartment, and he always did calculations. It was a black and
It
white.
was called Pi.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
And at the end of the movie, he drills a hole into his
head.
brain.
Yeah.
Did you know
Right.
that was made by the same guys who made Cube?
I had a sneaking suspicion, but I didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
had no
fucked up
suspicion.
movies,
See, Cube was a fucked up movie.
sure was. I don't know. I don't get its
I know
appeal.
you don't. We know
I
you
just
don't
get its
like it.
appeal.
We know you don't like the appeal of it, but the
it's a
concept.
weird, sure, yeah.
The concept itself,
It's pretty
had it been
out
done
there.
maybe better.
Yeah.
You would have.
It
appealed
might
to
have
more.
grabbed me for sure. Yeah,
But
yeah.
the idea of it being trapped in a big old Rubik's cube type thing
it was like
in a hyper.
it was like a cheap Canadian version with a sci-fi element of Saw. You know what I mean?
way before Saw.
Yeah,
I know. But I'm just saying, like the same kind of concept,
Yeah,
right?
it definitely had that in one room.
Yeah.
Saw copied us Canadians.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I don't understand how that movie warranted sequels. I just don't get it.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
always a thing. In
It's like,
fact, I
how-
have one on my list in which there are sequels, in which I will never watch, of course, but
But you
I think
watched the
it's-
first one?
I did.
Okay.
I think it's because people wanted more story.
Right.
They wanted the backstory of why.
This fucking
they
shitty movie.
wanted the why, right? Because there was
People are so
no
weird.
why
You're right. Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
first one.
For sure.
That
That's
is a humanistic thing. Usually, if a movie ends without an answer of some form, people just get really upset by it.
Mhm.
right.
Yeah,
They
want
need the
ending.
closure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You can't have it be a real life thing where it just ends.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are examples of that. We'll have to go search and do another podcast maybe just on that alone. But because it's one of those things. Whenever we hit a movie where it just but it's
Yeah.
always that irritation.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, and you get
Good
such a-
irritation in some cases, bad in others.
I would say, yeah. I mean, Tarantino's pretty famous for that, for ending his films on something. I know it's kind of on purpose.
Yeah. And the one thing I'll give, with the Tarantinos though, you don't have the full answer, but you have an answer to the chapter.
Yeah.
I
There's
found he got out of
closure.
that later on though.
Yeah.
Like it was up to a certain point, and then it's almost like he was like, "Okay, I'm kind of sick of that."
Yeah.
That
yeah,
whole
I'm done
trope,
with that
right?
for sure.
Because he definitely felt it more in like Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Oh,
after that, he kind of started to round off the story. at the
Sequenced
end.
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't.
Well, I mean,
Well,
Hateful Eight ends.
Kill
in a-
Bill. Kill Bill's out of sequence.
That on purpose, yeah, absolutely,
but
yeah.
purposefully.
Absolutely.
It's purposefully.
Well, I mean, when I think of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Hateful Eight, you get that closure, but then they leave it open ended, which is what you're talking about.
That's
right?
that's
Okay,
that.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not really
as
crazy.
opposed to the Pulp
chapter.
Fiction where
Yeah.
it kind of wrapped around itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's just fun. For
And I
that
think
reason.
because he's so ingrained in pop culture, you can't really call like they are fucked up movies, but you can't really call them crazy because they're so popular now.
Well, I
you know what I mean?
expected them to be the way that they were.
Right.
And one that I thought that is associated with Tarantino but not as popular, and it is, if you watch it, it's pretty fucked up. 4 Rooms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
That's a
love
great movie,
Four
right?
Rooms. That's
Great
a
movie.
classic.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Him,
That is
Rodriguez, and who?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. There was
Yeah.
that was really fun.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Really like I've seen that a few times actually.
It is twisted.
It is.
It's
It
very
is
twisted.
It is a twisted.
That
twisted
whole
movie.
it just goes into that party scene. You're like what?
Yeah.
Oh, at the end.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
I
at the
didn't-
end.
Okay. Oh, there's Coke. Oh, but where's this going? And
Yeah,
then, it's just yeah,
I always thought the one with Antonio Banderas and the kids
yeah,
was the best one. Was the best
Oh,
room.
in the room. Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to tell the most swinging drama. You know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun
I want to watch. It's been
I
a
was
long
gonna
time
say
since
that.
I've seen that
I wanna
shit.
see that
Now I
movie
want to
for
see
sure.
Four Rooms.
for
Crap.
sure.
I
Yeah,
used to watch movies like that all the time. It was
your thing.
kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I find like weird, fucked up. Because I've seen Naked Lunch in various states of soberness
Sorry.
or not sober, various states.
Very
And,
states.
I don't think there's
Geographic.
any state that will make it make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
It's-
Would you recommend watching it since you've seen it numerous times?
I don't know. Yeah, if I think that's one of those that's subjective, I guess.
I guess
Like,
so. Well,
I don't think. Yeah, if you're not into watching weird, long, confusing, time shifty, like jumps around in time kind of stuff, yeah, then probably not. No.
Not for you. So you're not saying it's a strong
If you
recommendation.
didn't like Memento, no.
I think Memento and Naked Lunch have very different.
They're
very
both
different aspects.
They're both confusing,
They can
Mhm.
be, yeah,
right?
for sure.
And there's that time jump
yeah,
all over the
yeah,
place.
yeah. But fair. If you're not liking Memento, which is obviously not
But anyway,
as crazy.
so there's this character that he meets in the bar when he's on his mission, and
Uh-huh.
it's called a mugwump, and he's
Ah,
like this
all the way
weird,
back to the
this
start.
weird alien-looking thing with like sucker, kissy, pucker lips, and
All
like,
right.
these weird tentacle things dangling off his head, and they're all like gooey, and yeah,
Classy.
Nice.
it's fucked up.
Oh shit.
It's weird. So that's my first weird movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you guys? You guys got any movies that?
So I have to admit, I think I went down a different path than maybe I was supposed to. Because I didn't go down so much the weird. I went down I don't know how to better describe it than just the ones that made me feel horrible and
Sure.
weird. So
Yeah.
ones that I've seen,
I've got one of those too.
ones I've seen, and they are good, but I will never ever watch again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where
Sure.
I was my space. So I'll put the first one. I do have a few. Precious. If you've ever seen that
Never-
with the I don't know where the location is, but a young woman living with her daughter, potentially getting being forced to have sex with her father, like a whole
That's the one with I think it was Queen Latifah was in that one.
Yeah.
and a very large
The bigger
actress.
girl.
Yeah, there's-
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
like a big deal when it came out.
Yeah.
It's based,
yes.
it's
yes.
based off the book Sapphire
Yeah.
by Precious.
I've, oh.
I
I've
wasn't
never
aware of
seen
that.
it, but I remember hearing about it.
So it's one of those. It's one that I have to admit, at least by the end of it, there was and for my experience and memory, a tinge of possibility and goodness was coming, which is great.
right.
But the movie itself, again, if you haven't seen it, it's good. I got to give it credit. I personally won't watch it again.
Not for you.
Oh God, it's rough. It's hard to watch, and it's just they're very open. Like you sometimes see films that have that essence, but it's kind of background. The door shuts, things
Right.
like that.
Right.
This flick, no.
There's a few movies like Last House on the Left or Spit on Your Grave.
Mm.
Those are about bad things happening to ladies,
Mm-hmm.
and then the ladies taking revenge on said bad thing. But the first
Right.
45 minutes of the movie is just
Bad things.
graphic.
Yeah,
I can't say it because
it's graphic.
It's
very,
graphic, yeah.
It's very graphic and
Yeah.
not good at all.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I remember watching. I think it was Last House on the Left, and it was just kind of like on the edge of my seat, jaw on the floor. What the fuck am I watching? Kind of like, holy shit.
Yep.
But then,
For sure.
they get the revenge.
It flips. Yeah. And
It
again,
flips at the end.
yeah.
It's not a complete,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are hard to watch. They're not my wheelhouse per any chance, but
For sure.
this is definitely one where,
Almost the same idea though. Like I definitely wouldn't be able to watch. Yeah. Some lady pimping her kid out.
Well, and it was
something.
there's the
or whatever.
whole
Yeah.
there's the whole thing
Like
about
that
it.
would be incredibly disturbing.
Yeah.
Speaking
But
of,
at least it was one of those. Just by the end, she herself was starting to push. That's at least what it gave it a little bit of a.
little
Well,
umph.
I think that was the point of the movie was the hope, the coming
that
out of
step.
that that lifestyle.
Yeah. I have a fucked up movie, and I feel like this is it's rare that I'll ever turn off a movie because of cringe or because of whatever. This was one of them.
Wow.
And I can't see the full thing. I just can't because of the subject. You guys remember the movie Kids?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Great movie, right?
Well, it's actually on my list of ones. I saw it once. I won't watch it again.
Now-
I'd say that would be on my list of no,
For
can't
sure.
do that again. That was
So they were
incredibly-
great. The same director did another movie
Okay.
called Gummo.
I've heard of but never seen.
Do not watch it. I'm telling you now, PSA, do not watch it. Do not. I'll try to give the plot a little synopsis here, and then I'll tell you why it's no good. Teen friends Tumblr and Solomon navigate the ruins of a tiny tornado-ravaged town in Ohio that is populated by the deformed, disturbed, and perverted. When not gunning down stray cats for a few bucks, the boys pass their time getting stoned on household inhalants. Elsewhere, the mute bunny boy dons rabbit ears and is bullied by kids half his age, and sister Dot and Helen dodge a pedophile. So here's what here's what I got. Okay,
It's like The Hills Have Eyes, only way more fucked up.
Yeah.
way more fucked up because there's like literally nobody that's like a zombie or scary or anything.
Right.
No, they're legit people, right?
Right.
It's basically like a hick town, if
Yeah.
you will, and it follows these guys who are like opening shots from what I remember are them hunting down cats and then like killing cats. And I can't like there's some sort of trade that they're doing for these cats or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what. But the one final stop, first off, the dialogue's bad, the cinematography's bad, and like each moment
All
you're
these
going
technical
I know.
things.
But as you're getting into the movie, each minute is getting cringier and cringier.
Right.
Like, and if for like in terms of the directorial path, that's kind of clever to be able to do that, like to be able to make you feel worse and worse and
Right.
worse every minute. But the one thing that got me, and this is where I was done, speaking of pimping out, there's a massive plot point where there is a father pimping out his mentally challenged daughter.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was it for me.
Game
That was
over.
good. I'm out. That's it. And after that, I wouldn't say a lot. Well, I don't know if I had respect for this director, but
Because Kids was pretty fucked
it's pretty
up.
messed up.
Kids
but,
is on the list.
but at
for
least
sure.
Kids kind of shines a light on a specific sort of time, place. Like it had very kind of real vibes to
Yeah.
it, right?
That's what made it harder, though.
I know.
Fair enough.
Because that entire movie, there's nothing blowing up. There's nobody trying to kill. It's a horrible thing. It's just
The big action scene is them beating the kid with the skateboards.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah. And at the very end, where they had just had a great party, and the one girl gets totally taken advantage of
Yeah.
when she's still passed out by the guy of his fucking age.
Right.
And two of them are pregnant to boot.
I know, yeah.
And it's just one of those things. And especially for me personally, we saw that like when I was like 14, 15.
Oh, yeah.
Happened to be a teenager, and I'm seeing this, and they're all teenagers, like
Right.
actual teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one of those fuck. In some ways, though, public service announcement, that fucking always made me think.
Oh.
I always took
yeah.
a moment. Just, okay, wait a minute. What's happening? Am I being a horrible, horrible person?
It keeps you in check,
So in
right?
some ways,
Maybe
it's
that was the point of the movie.
I
don't
think it
know.
was because I only watched it once as a teenager. I've never seen it again.
Yeah.
And I won't.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Wow, we're not kids anymore.
No, I don't want to.
Right? It would not resonate now.
Yeah, no.
It would just make me feel awful.
for sure. And I mean, that was also a slice of time, like in the 90s in New York. You know, I don't know how much relevance would hold. You know,
Oh, no,
towards
that's
now,
with a lot of these
but
movies.
I-
At least in
for
my
sure.
case.
Yeah, I would say. But yeah, do not see
Well,
Gummo.
some of the
I do
relevance
not
still
support that
I
movie.
remember seeing the video cover in the video stores and
Yeah.
being curious, but I guess I'm glad I never ventured into
You would be very
the
sad.
gummo territory.
In fact, I think I rented that movie from Blockbuster back in the day.
yeah.
I
Very
think
nice.
I think I did. And I'm like, no.
think I did.
No,
I
I
think I
can't. I can't do this.
trying to think if there's a movie I've ever like there. I mean, there was a point in The Shining where I had to turn it off.
Okay.
But that's just because I was really stoned.
Ah.
I was watching it in the dark
Gotcha.
by
Sure.
myself.
Yeah, I've never turned off a video or movie because it disturbed me. I've turned off ones I'm like, okay, this is shit, or watching on Netflix random crap like that. But I have to admit, I've always, even the hard ones, I removed my list. I've seen them once.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that too. I rarely ever shut off a movie. I try to stick it out.
I've
to
only
the
shut
end.
off one, and that was, or I should say, walked out of the one, and that was the Batman one.
Oh, Batman and Robin.
Whichever. I don't know
Well, yeah,
which one.
fuck
It was.
that
One
movie.
of those
Yeah.
bunch.
Speaking of fucked up movies,
that movie.
fuck that movie.
The
You know why?
Batman Robin,
I
or
can
Batman
say that
Robin
because
and Robbie
Schumacher,
Girl.
Schumacher's gone on record saying, "Yeah, I did that to make toys." So fuck him too.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. whatever.
And Clooney's apologized for it.
Yeah, and Clooney's apologized for it. So you're okay, Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you're
that
just
was
doing
it.
it for a paycheck.
Plus,
We get it.
Clooney's made a lot of good movies.
He's
Like, you
made
gotta
some
give him
really
some
good movies.
credit.
You can't- yeah.
He's good.
He can have a bomb or two. You know what I mean?
He's,
For
he's
sure.
allowed that. No, that's the only one he's allowed to have. Like you have
That's
one
true.
that large, you get one.
To get what exactly? You destroyed a Batman franchise, sir. That's
It
what
took
you
him
did.
a while to
Terrible
recover.
movie.
That's true. Yeah, it was like what, over a decade, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Wow. Jeez, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, fuck
Yeah,
that
so that's
movies.
another horrible movie.
What else we got?
I was gonna say one quickly because we've all seen it. We all. I know you guys are gonna get the same opinion, but if you haven't seen it, I definitely think you should watch it. One, and that's Requiem for a Dream.
That was the
Ah,
last
yeah.
on my list.
There
that
you
was
go.
Creepy.
that was a hard one to watch for sure.
And I think similar to kids, there's a reason for that. Like it does kind of
It's the
pack those
realism.
primal.
That's
the
it.
realism is
Yeah.
extreme. Really.
Yes.
You're not. There's no suspension of disbelief.
No.
Right.
I guess
Yeah.
unless there's some sort of like somebody sees something tripping out or like it's
Well,
this
yeah.
is what you're seeing when you're high kind
yeah.
of thing, right? Yeah, you have to kind of suspend
The
disbelief
thing
on
I
that,
also
but
really loved was just how it started with them like having fun,
Yeah.
and just the entire movie is them getting to that end point,
Mhm.
which is horrible in every
Progression.
case.
And yeah, you exactly. And you see their pathways through it, and you're like, oh yeah, this is not going good.
Yeah.
And then I think for me, the one possible shining grace was Marlon Wayans' character, and you're thinking, oh, maybe he can get out alive, because the rest of them you could see that they were pretty much in too deep.
Mhm.
And then nope, he goes to jail. Like damn
Yeah.
it, like oh, he didn't
Yeah.
make it. Yeah, just an unbelievable movie. Definitely think it's worth seeing once. It is fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely.
It's a must see once.
Yeah,
at least.
definitely.
Yeah.
Agreed.
yeah, I guess there's movies I've tried watching and they're just like, they're too like Vanilla Sky.
Oh, I love Vanilla Sky.
It was too.
Love it.
It was too
Abstract.
much. Too much.
I have to admit, Vanilla Sky's in my. I liked it, and I got to give Tom Cruise. I like the remake version. I do.
Yeah.
I'm one of those annoying people that actually really like the remake, the Americanism of it.
Yeah,
That's-
I know. I agree. I love Jason Lee too, and I thought that was a killer performance of his. It's really fucked for
It's,
sure.
like it's
Right.
messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I kind of was expecting that going in from what I knew. So
I was expecting something like, but not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very confused. I still to this day don't
go watch it again. No.
really get it.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
I guess
I-
movies I've attempted to watch. Yeah,
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, speaking of fucked up Tom Cruise movies, that movie, by the way, I think was Stanley Kubrick trying to put like celebrities and porn into actual big budget movies.
Yeah,
Because that's what it was, right? It's
Yeah,
those two characters trying to, find
I've never
orgies.
seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've
Well,
never seen it.
If
Is
you
it-
wanna-
is it not based off of a classical story though?
there is something to it. I'm not sure exactly what. For sure. It's not like Dangerous Liaisons or something. I'm not sure. But basically, if you want to watch Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman have a weird marriage breakdown and then go and try to fix it by finding weird underground elite sex orgies.
I'm already bored, by the way.
Okay.
They like wear masks and shit. Yeah.
all for it to end with them just basically saying, well, what should we do? Let's fuck. End movie. That is the movie.
I'm bored.
I know. And here's the thing. I'm not going to, I didn't make the movie. I wasn't part of it. I'm a Kubrick fan. Love him, blah, blah, blah. But that was his last movie. and he didn't complete it. It was his son, so there's a little bit of controversy there. It may have not been his entire vision, all that nonsense. So, yeah.
Weird movie though.
Weird movie. I don't blame you for not watching it.
Like just the
I kind
vibe
of wish
of it.
I didn't. You know, because it's like,
it was almost a waste of time.
Yeah,
in a
because
way.
like there's nothing resolved.
There's no substance to the movie.
Really
there's
isn't. Great cinematography. Some of the shots were amazing, and the lighting was fun, and you know there was really pristine and crisp looking shots. But I mean, it's not enough to. I mean, it can look. Yeah, it wasn't enough. So Eyes Wide Shut. Meh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Weird movie. Weird movie.
Okay.
Boys Don't Cry.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Sorry to cut you
That's
off.
okay.
Yeah, that's
I don't
no
think
one.
I
Again,
ever watched that.
you know what?
Great movie.
It's a great
Great movie.
every level great movie, and I couldn't watch it again. No.
I won't cry that much again.
Oh fuck! Like it's just.
But Boys Don't Cry.
I know.
It's just It's that
just-
wonderful. Like if you had no concept of what was in the flick, like you'd just be thinking you're watching a great rom-com comedy. Just everything's fine, and then there's just that moment. And,
and then it all falls.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's stress throughout the entire movie because we all know, but it's just fuck it. And it's based off a real life event thing too. To
based on a
boot.
true story.
Yeah, so it's one of those just like again, it's one of those. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it.
Definitely. Yeah.
I personally could not watch that again.
No.
No.
I thought it would be like some fried green tomatoes shit. It was not that at all.
No.
Not that at all.
I at least knew what it was because I had been introduced as by description. But
Gotcha.
still, whew, it was a toughie.
It's a tough movie.
Yeah.
But it's again, I think it's supposed to elicit that response from you, right? That's
No, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yep.
Yeah. AJ, want to talk about another movie?
Movie that I thought that was very good until the end, and then it got really weird.
Ooh.
Old Boy.
Oh yeah! Wow, both of them. The
American,
Korean,
the Western version didn't go that far.
The Korean version's way better for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But like the American,
even storytelling wise, the Korean version's way better.
Yeah.
Like even take out the end of it.
you can't. Here's the thing: you can't even properly. Have you seen Old Boy, Dave?
good.
I don't believe so.
We can't even properly describe the plot to you because it literally makes no sense. You have to see it all unfold, and then when the moment happens, you're like,
Oh.
"Fuck!"
Oh, it's one of those.
Oh my god!
But it's not like Fight Club. Fuck.
The good
Right?
fuck. Yeah.
It's like that, but like
super twisted.
but really, yeah. I mean, we could spoil it for you if you really
No,
want.
don't
no.
spoil because maybe I'll try to watch
I
it.
would recommend watching it once
Now
for sure.
there's action scenes in it that are just fucking unbelievable
Yeah.
action scenes.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Unbelievably good or horrible?
unbelievably great.
Yeah,
like
okay.
there's this one long single take tracking shot scene of this dude, the main character, going through and fighting his way through this hallway.
Yeah.
Where there's all these like
Like
bad,
like the raid kind of.
yeah, and it looks it's kind of like a side-scrolling video game kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the cool part about it is he doesn't just go through and just kick ass.
Right.
He goes through and kicks ass and gets his ass kicked at the same time.
time.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking like whoa,
And
just the coolest fucking. But
This
then the
is
story's fucking like whoa.
the least fucked up thing that I can tell you about this movie, the Korean version, not the American version, but the Korean version, he eats a live octopus on screen.
Yeah, that
And it's a
doesn't
whole,
much.
but he's doing it while he's acting.
That's
It was just
It's a Korean delicacy thing, though.
Yeah.
for sure.
it's-
Yeah.
It's not.
But it
like,
was just really, it was not fucked up, but fucked up in the sense that,
Yeah.
it's really interesting that this is happening.
Yeah.
But that's the least fucked up
So
thing.
which one should I actually try to watch?
you should watch the
Korean
Korean
one
Korean?
for sure. Definitely. Yeah. And if you like it,
Who's
then
in the remake one?
actually, what's
Thanos.
his name? Yeah, Thanos.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Yeah, he ended up
okay.
doing it. Yeah, but the Korean version is definitely better. for
Better?
sure.
Yeah, because I don't think they stuck with the twist in the American
Not
version.
they did,
they?
but I think they set it up more. Like you kind of see it coming a little bit easier.
But it wasn't as twisted.
No, it definitely was
For
not.
some reason.
No, yeah, I agree. Watch the Korean one,
Okay.
but you won't
Oh, I
watch.
think
the
I know
one
why it ended up not being as twisted.
That's American.
Well, that you were kind of somewhat expecting it, presumably.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that.
Nice.
Well, Spike Lee directed the American version.
Oh, did it? All right.
I'm pretty sure Spike Lee that did that.
It's a Spike Lee joint.
It's a Spike Lee joint.
Oh.
I'm pretty confident.
I always
Yeah.
laugh at that Spike Lee joint. I don't laugh at it in rudeness. I love what he's done with it.
I know. It's created an entire brand.
It works
phrase.
on all the levels.
So it does. He's a phenomenal director. Like it's
yeah.
rare that he
Oh,
makes a
yeah.
shit movie, right? So, but anyways, yeah.
I think he's done one of my favorites. I think he did the it's all the kids living on the block. And his in the African American community.
Which one?
I know he's
Not Boys in the Hood.
no.
Boys in the Hood wasn't his.
No, I know
Menace
that.
to
I'm just-
Society wasn't his.
No, it was
no.
the pizza one and all that.
He did. Was it Do the Right Thing?
I think that's the one I'm considering.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't have to look it up to be honest.
Crooklyn?
Oh,
Was that another one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. I can picture the cover too.
It might be Do
The
the Right
pizza
Thing. It sounds
joint and
familiar.
one of the guys worked at the pizza joint, and
Uh,
it was the Italian guy that ran the pizza joint. And
Was it
shit.
a fucked up movie?
No,
Then why are
well,
we
in the
talking
good, in the expected
Oh, yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Like
okay.
it was a good. I would rewatch. Type
Yeah,
fucked
gotcha.
up. Like it was a great movie. Enjoyed it.
For sure. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen the movie Super?
no.
I don't think so.
I've seen The Super with Joe Pesci,
That's a wonderful movie.
but not
Super is a superhero movie that you've never heard of,
Oh,
starring
is that the one with Rainn Wilson?
Rainn Wilson and Ellen Page, who's now known as Elliot Page. And it is the most fucked up superhero movie I've ever seen. And basically what it's all about is it's about a man who is a regular, single, average day Joe who gets knocked in the head and gets visited by God. God's like, you need to become a superhero. I'm going to imbue you with the abilities and the powers to become a superhero. So this guy takes it on as his life calling. And he figures out that he's going to go and get like a uniform and all this stuff. And then it's this whole thing is trying to take down this like criminal organization for whatever reason. There's like a plot point as to why it happens. I think something in his community or whatever. And Elliot Page comes in as like just kind of befriends him.
Right.
And then she starts to, because she was a she in the movie.
Right.
It starts to become, I guess, attracted to him and have this most fucked up sex scene. It is so just like, oh.
Is it as fucked up as Puppet Sex in Team America though?
That was one of my favorites.
That's a masterpiece.
Uncomfortable fucking
masterpiece.
things I've ever seen in my life.
I loved that scene.
I would say this is more fucked up because
Okay.
it's almost like she's raping him. It's so it's crazy. It's crazy. But then the whole thing, why it's so great is you get like these characters who like they get this whole superhero thing, and then when they finally go into action, they're dead.
Oh, is that how the movie
That's
ends?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like it's the best. It's the best because it's
Reminds me of like Dollar Store Mystery Men, which was Dollar Store to begin with.
right, exactly, yeah. But it's a really fun movie. It's really fantastic in the way it's all presented and put together. It all takes place mostly in the daytime, which most superhero movies kind of a nighttime thing. So I thought they did a really good job, kind of satirizing, but a real life kind of version of what like you've
It was
seen
an
from
actual
movies.
people having some challenges
Yeah.
with their lives.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
That almost sounds like it's a recommendation to boot with it.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah,
I don't.
okay.
I mean, I won't watch it again.
Well, no, that's what
For
I
sure.
mean.
But
Yeah,
definitely, I would say watch it.
Well, no,
once.
because
For sure.
I already called out the one I would say it really should be watched, and that one, being the Boys Don't Cry.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
yeah.
a must watch.
But yeah, super. If you're looking for like an alternative superhero story that's not like anything you've seen out there, this would be
Nice.
it. Yeah, and it's
I have another one that's much like
Sure,
that. I
sure.
would not recommend watching it.
what's that?
Human Centipede.
Fucking right.
Oh fuck.
I got through
Okay.
like a third of that movie, and that was it.
Okay. I got through the first one.
I've only ever seen the first one. True.
I got through the second one,
Oh,
What?
wow.
Wow.
Record.
and that is worse than the first.
Oh,
wow.
The second
How
one
does it get
takes
worse?
it to a whole
You can
different
own
level,
that.
man.
You own
Yeah,
it. No
you
need to
enjoy
describe.
it. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's about a dude
Oh no.
who's obsessed with the first movie.
Oh fuck yeah! I think I heard about
good
this. Yeah,
play.
talk
And
about
he
meta.
and he ends up trying to do a human centipede himself.
Mhm.
But like the first good quarter of the movie is he did. I'm wondering if this is what you did when you worked as a parking attendant, because he works as a parking attendant.
Yeah.
Oh, Vey.
So yeah, he would watch the movie and be all weird and gross and
Was that what I was like when I was a parking
Dude.
attendant? Was
Oh,
that what-
you didn't have to watch any
Nah,
movies.
it's just
It came
weird.
naturally.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
would you masturbate with sandpaper?
Oh.
I mean, the low grade. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
wasn't
not
that weird. He wasn't
not
that
the-
weird.
Okay.
Not the high grade.
Not
I'm
the
not
high.
saying.
Not the high grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
But
the
yeah.
sandy.
Well, there you
paper,
go.
So that's the first quarter of this movie.
That's the thing. If that's your jam, if like that's where you're at in your life, where you got to masturbate with sandpaper to feel something, Human Centipede is kind of like
well,
quick
next step, right?
for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Don't
definitely.
give people reasons.
Like the first one was, I felt like it was more of a horror movie that was
Right.
just pushing it too far, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But it had that
Well,
vibe of like, because have you seen the first Human Centipede?
like the first third and a bit of it.
Okay, so yeah, it opens up with the two campers,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 kind
Yeah.
of your slasher sort of thing.
Right.
Lost
That's
in
true.
the woods.
Yeah.
This other one's like a fucking German art film or some shit,
Oh,
dude.
man.
It's fucked. It's
What
so
the
messed
hell?
up. And then I just,
What the
I couldn't, I think they have a third one now. And no,
Yeah.
For sure.
not even gonna, because I think the whole point was to push it, right?
Yeah,
Like the whole point in the first place was to
Human
push,
Centipede.
the genre.
Right.
And then the second one was to go further than pushing. So what's next?
Oh yeah, well,
right?
and that's any movie too. But I'm not trying to dismiss or whatever. It's just one of those. Almost every one of those styles, and not just horror, but the ones that like they start rough and then they get rougher. I think we brought up one Saw.
Saw.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're on
Yeah.
like Saw 14 or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
they've
always
been
the same
rebooted
movie.
it now. It's now
I think,
Chris Rock
yeah,
called
haven't-
Spiral.
Oh no, that's from the Book of Saw. So it's still in the same. It's still in the same
Sorry,
universe.
Sorry.
It has nothing to do with Jigsaw.
Okay.
It's in the same universe, but it's
Okay,
different.
But it's different.
It's
All
the
right.
same but different.
Same idea,
It's-
same concept, but it's different.
It's terrible.
It's not
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but what I love about that, AJ, is just how you don't. No, Chris, you're wrong.
Yeah, no,
Here's
no,
the
no,
proper
no, no.
description
Well, you can't
of this
misinform the
terrible
people.
movie.
You can't misinform the people, Dave.
Listen,
this is what we're here for. Is
But
to
at
give
the very end, is it
give
worth watching? No,
proper-
it's terrible.
proper information.
I look at it like this. If you're on Saw 14, you probably watched Spiral too. So you probably
Yeah, probably.
I stopped at 3. I'm like, I'm good. And yeah, like for me, it peaked at 2. That was like their best they did.
Yeah, but there was one, I think was it 6, that brought it all back around and made all the other ones make sense.
I'm not gonna sit through 6 movies to make that happen. I'm sorry.
Carrie
It's not-
Elwes
We
is in it
talked
again.
about
Cool.
Star Wars earlier
Carrie
this year.
Elwes.
Remember?
I know, cool.
But Carrie Elwes.
Awesome. Yeah. Did he talk about Buttercup or anything? No, that I
Yeah.
But
He was the Dread Pirate Robertson.
Right,
He was
that's right.
reprising his role.
the movies may be in that category, but I would like to point out you can't say you'd watch 6 movies just to see the end.
No, I've done that numerous
Oh,
times.
but
I'm
it's
saying
saying,
I won't do
okay.
that for Saw.
Gotcha.
He'll
Won't
do it
do
for
that for
Fast and
Saw.
the Furious,
Of
but he will
course.
not do it for Saw.
Ew,
That's right.
you wouldn't do it for Fast and
No, I
Furious.
would
Okay,
not.
good.
Yeah, he would.
The first one, great movie.
Sure.
After that, no,
Yeah,
thank you. But
yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
yeah.
I
Or
agree.
where they're jumping off a plane.
Speaking
or
of fucked
triple
up
X and
movies,
stuff.
yeah,
Right? Speaking of movies that don't make sense.
I know, but make a lot of money. So yeah,
How about a movie that's fucked up but fun at the same time?
sure.
Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
You guys seen this
I don't think I've seen that.
adventure into psychedelic
Yep.
cartoon
I've seen it.
making?
Yep.
It's just weird,
No.
man. It's all kinds of weird.
I've never seen it.
It's
No.
it's all kinds of weird,
It's the Beatles at the weirdest.
but it's good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's very light and fun. But if you were on the proper types of
Maybe a little
mind
out there.
expanding drugs,
Mhm.
there's a whole other level to it.
Gotcha.
I think it's kind of crazy and fucked up that like Yellow Submarine was like a primary school song. We used to sing that in
Yeah.
like kindergarten and shit.
That is
Really?
pretty messed up.
That's pretty messed up.
I used to sing that.
Pardon?
that was kind of Ringo's jam though. Is he kind of did, like, if you listen to Octopus's Garden,
right.
that's also kind of like you could sing that as a kid's song.
He was the weird one about the kids, and that's
Yeah.
why he was the conductor.
But one of my
Thomas the Tank Engine.
one of my favorite lines in a movie is in Yellow Submarine, and it's so to help Dave understand.
Mhm.
It's this captain is going to the Beatles for help because the Blue Meanies have taken over Pepperland.
Oh,
You know, riveting stuff here. Riveting
So,
stuff.
It is,
so
it is.
he takes the Yellow Submarine to go get the Beatles, and they're walking through the Beatles' house, and Ringo takes him into this room where there's this big Frankenstein monster on the table, and he flips the switch, and it turns out to be Paul, or not Paul. It turns out to be John John Lennon.
Yeah, get your Beatles
And
right.
he goes, Ringo, I just had the strangest dream. And Ringo looks at him and goes, well, I told you not to eat on an empty stomach.
That's a
And
good
for
line.
some
I like
reason,
that.
it made me think. I overthought this line when I was in different states of mental
Sure.
awareness.
Yeah,
And it could never get it out of my head.
that's
That is
awesome.
I
funny.
always thought it was just the weirdest, like,
Yeah,
it was
It just
the
had to-
delivery and everything like that. It wasn't like it was played for laughs.
Right.
It was just passing, and
Yeah.
then the scene went on.
for
Sort of
sure.
thing. Yeah.
And you're just like, did I just hear what
Did
I
it-
heard?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I rewound it a few times.
How
Yeah.
could you
there,
not?
There
really?
were a few spots in that movie that kind of
Right.
Nice.
make you give, how like a dog looks at you like it's confused.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah.
But a fun movie that leaves the kind of, you walk away with that joy.
The
as
joy.
as opposed to
yeah.
all of these other
Yeah, everything else
movies
we've talked
that we've
about.
talked about that
Right.
seem
Right.
to be kind of downers or
Well, they're not
scurry
downers.
scurry
It's just like
movies or
Well,
it's okay to make
think-
fucked up movies. I love that people are making or like avant-garde movies or whatever you want to call them, because they make you think. They put you in a new
Yes.
headspace or direction. It takes you away from, I mean, they weren't as big now, but the Marvel movies or the rom-coms or whatever their traditional style is. I'm so grateful for them, but I'm also grateful to not have to watch all of them more than once, right?
I find they have a lot of those in Japan,
Yeah,
those types of movies.
absolutely.
I don't
But they have
think I've
them
ever
everywhere,
seen
though.
a Japanese one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go do yourself a favor and watch a movie called Tokyo Gore Police.
Yeah.
The title alone has me concerned.
Mhm.
Again, it's like it's a fucked up sci-fi cyberpunk anime, but real, like it's a live action.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's weird. It's about this dude who figured out how to mutate humans, and when they get so what they mutate when they suffer an injury. So like
Okay.
somebody's like arm gets chopped off or hand, or something happens, and then they form this like biomechanical replacement,
All right.
and they're called engineers. And then all of these people all of a sudden have all these weird like biomechanical parts, so they're all like bad and they go crazy and stuff.
Right.
So then there's this part of the police that's separate from the regular police called the engineer hunters or some shit like that. I don't know, man.
What you're telling us? I've never
I know.
seen this movie. I know what
And
you're
then,
talking about.
and then anytime somebody gets injured, they like sprout these like weird mutations or something like that.
Yeah.
Gets to a point where in the movie this girl gets the bottom half of her chopped off, and then she grows a new giny, but this giny has like big teeth, and it like drags her along with it while it tries to kill people.
Sure.
And yeah, man, why?
Japan.
Why? I
Japan.
don't get.
You're not supposed to. It's Japan. It's Japan. That's what makes Japan great. Is they're crazy like that. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the creators of tentacle porn.
What's actually funny is
That's
that
true.
the
This is
description alone. No, I think I've experienced enough. I don't need to
I
watch
don't think I
it.
need to watch it.
Oh, yeah,
Speaking of,
it's
I'm good.
much more
speaking
than
of
that,
teethy
for sure.
vagina, fucked up movie Teeth, which is exactly that. A woman who's an alien who actually has that, and her whole thing
Yeah.
is she goes and tries to lure men. And yeah.
Num num on the ding ding.
Ding ding, yeah, exactly. And then
Oh,
it's really warped.
It's warped, but there's another version where she actually gets infected with a disease or something, nothing to do with aliens or anything, and she has it in her vagina, cuts off the guy's dick with it at the last moment, eats people. It's the start of like not a vampire, zombie-ish. But
I think it is the same movie we're talking about.
I don't remember it being anything
You're
alien.
right. I think it's not Alien. That was
Oh,
my
okay.
bad. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Well, no, it's not gonna be bad. It's just one of those. I don't remember it being alien, but
No,
it was
yeah.
just at the start. She starts, itchy. Like, it's really creepy on that front. Of,
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna add that to my list.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to rewatch it.
Exactly.
No, I don't think I'd watch it at all. I think
It was
I
good.
think I'm good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was
but
good.
No, I'll pass.
Yeah,
Because the end of
definitely.
it is just one of those. Fuck.
Just-
Like there's no answer
No,
in the end.
Yeah.
It's just one of
It
those
was crazy.
creepy. Is it the start of a zombie apocalypse thing, or do we? What's going on?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
part of it kind of reminds me of a movie called The Stuff.
Okay.
Have you ever seen this movie called The Stuff?
Need a description.
All the right stuff. Seen that movie.
So it's about this alien stuff that comes to Earth and it lands in the ground and makes a big hole. And then these two homeless peoples find it and for some reason they just decide they're going to start eating it. So they start eating it, and then next thing you know, it cuts to a commercial of the stuff. It's literally called The Stuff, and it's being marketed as a food.
Okay.
But when you start eating it, you kind of become not a zombie in your traditional sense of like brains, blah, but like you're a zombie. All you want to do is like eat the stuff. It's all about the stuff. It's all about
drug addict about the stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff addict.
So it's about this little kid who figures this out because it moves. He figured out he saw it moving in the fridge one night. So it's a sentient alien thing, but it's like a white, creamy marshmallow fluff looking substance.
Fun.
And yeah, this kid figures it out one night and ends up like running away and meeting up with this lawyer dude who he convinces that he's telling the truth. So they go on this mission, and then there's this guy named Chocolate Chip Charlie who comes out of nowhere.
All right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. All of a sudden, there's this dude named Chocolate Chip Charlie, and he's involved in the attempted destruction of the stuff. And it, kind of just falls apart from there.
You got that from the Teeth movie?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Scares.
It was
sound both equal parts.
It was the zombie thing.
Okay. Yeah, they're both movies I won't see
because it kind of ends on the same sort of like, did they deal with the stuff,
right?
Or
did
is everybody still?
Yeah. Good time. Yeah.
So yeah, it did remind me of that, motherfucker.
Okay, all right then. Whatever. How your neural pathways work? That's cool.
Yeah, that's how
cool.
they work. Apparently, that's how they work.
That's one style.
That's one style. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I covered my list, I must admit.
But yeah, I don't know. I've just seen a lot of fucked up shit, man.
Yeah. Repo Genetic Opera. That was pretty fucked.
That's a weird thing.
Landed Paris Hilton, which is fucked up.
Well, the Repo Genetic Opera, it's one of those funny ones where I really, really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first time and a few times after I watched with friends. And I went to rewatch it a couple of years ago, and it didn't click with me the same
Just
way.
doesn't hold up.
Yeah, it did not.
To be honest, it never really clicked with me when I first watched it. I wanted to give it some respect. Oh, this is different. This is weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm glad it was what it was, but like I didn't care.
Didn't they try to do like a Rocky Horror Picture Show thing? And it didn't work.
Didn't quite jive the same way.
And again, for me though, I have to admit, I wasn't expecting it.
Right.
I was happy with it. I'm a Rocky Horror Picture Show fan to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And again, no, it's not the same by any stretch. But because even as I described, I loved it back then. Tried to rewatch, blah blah. It was good. I give credit.
Yeah,
I really do. It was very. It was very.
Yeah.
For me, it just didn't stick. It
Right.
grow, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Sure.
But at the time, good. I liked it.
I tried to find when I was doing the research for this, and I think I might have mentioned it to you.
Me, Chris, or Dave?
You, Chris.
Okay.
You, Chris.
Just for our fake video camera.
Our video camera.
He's pointing at me.
It was, I don't know if it was Japanese or if it was Korean. It was an Asian
thing
movie.
Okay.
Or I want to call it movie, but I think it was like a compilation of like 3 or 4 different like 15, 20-minute vignettes,
okay,
if you will.
Yep.
And the one that I remember is this dude had like, it was something in his armpit, and then the doctors went to pull it out, and then it started to like talk to them. Like it was just like, I'm talking to you right now kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was nothing popular or anything like that, but yeah, I couldn't find, for the life of me, I couldn't find, I even like typed in just like a description into Google, and Google it was popping up all this other shit.
I'm going to say you're now on a list or 4.
Right. But yeah, it was just the weirdest movie. It was just strange because it wasn't something that was played for laughs.
Right.
Nor was it played as like a sci-fi or a horror. It was
just a story.
Just
right.
a story. It was like serious.
Yeah.
Not dramatic, but serious.
Gotcha.
So weird.
Super weird.
That was probably the weirdest thing
I've
ever seen.
Yeah.
Online or anything like that.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, an Asian thing
Yeah,
They push it. They push it.
They push their own genre, but like I think when we're talking to movies, we've talked a lot about American films. We've talked some Canadian films. I think every country's got their weird. Every country's got their fucked up. Yes, Japanese has done some things because they're on the other side of the world that we don't do here.
I guess we do. We do fucked up differently because
absolutely
in Canada, I find the most fucked up things are the things that are the funniest.
Yeah,
like
sure.
Trailer Park Boys is fucked up.
Oh God, yeah.
That shit's fucked up.
Yeah,
but it's hilarious.
Exactly.
Fubar, even though
I
haven't actually seen
one of my favorite Canadian movies.
I know it's.
You've never seen Fubar?
Like, fucked up kind of.
Go watch Fubar, man.
It's okay.
Go give her.
Yeah,
it's give her.
Yeah,
yeah. Seriously, you should at least watch it.
I know of it. I know.
I think you would very much love it. I think you would really appreciate it. I see why Dave's saying it's okay, and I'm with him on that. But
Men with Brooms is far better.
I don't.
I think it's the humor.
I don't think I can agree.
It's the humor that I'm talking about.
I got no.
I'm leaving. Okay.
It's. I think it's the style of humor that I'm thinking is so twisted, right? Like that Trailer Park Boys humor,
for sure,
or the Fubar kind of humor. It's just like a twisted.
It's a very Canadian lower class style of humor, right? And
but it's not.
It's genuinely us too, right?
Yeah, it's not like a visual fucked up or There's
some visuals.
The depravity is like limited. There's a limited on how depraved.
Oh, you've never seen Fubar?
Well, then there you go.
There you go. So you should watch Fubar and come back to me and let me know if the depravity has a level on it. Okay.
So then my point still stands, even though I haven't seen this movie. My point still stands there.
That's where it's at. Yeah.
It's a different level, a different kind of depravity.
Yeah, there's different. Yeah, I think culturally speaking, we've all got fucked up shit. And
I guess because we're not all about like kaiju and monsters.
But because that was their thing, right? That's what was kind of originated, and it's growing into, and anime became the success that it is. So now they got
American movies. It's all about like serial killers and murderers, and
it's a lot of that.
That's where you get the twisted, fucked up.
A lot of alien shit. There's I don't know. It's kind of all over, right? I mean, trauma was created in America, and that's fucking all sorts of fucked.
Oh, that's
right.
That's beyond fucked.
And a fucked movie that I've seen numerous times, and I will see numerous times again. Speaking of, is Cannibal the Musical.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah! One of my favorite movies of all time. If you've never seen it, go fucking watch it.
Oh, Class of Nukem High. Come on.
Yes, but like. For me, being a South Park fan, seeing that they did that, it's a masterpiece, and I've loved because of I've loved Toxic Crusaders or the
that was all Matt and Trey though. That was only distributed.
I know through Trauma. Yeah. I understand.
So that was all Matt and Trey's depravity,
of course, but it still fits their genre very well, very 100%, well. But like because of that, I started to get in other Trauma films, and I just loved that kind of weird slice of film that doesn't fit in any other genre. Like you won't see those films on like big screens, like Cineplex. You'll see them at like the Highland or like a small little film. But
they're doing a reboot of Toxie,
right? Because
with fucking Peter Dinklage,
and isn't Seth Rogen directing it?
I'm not sure.
I think he's a part of it. There's a big name that's trying to bring it to light, and I'm down for that. But I don't think it'll be.
It's not going to be Trauma.
No, and that's the thing. I don't want it to be released in theaters. Because that's not the spirit of Trauma.
Toxic Avenger was my first foray into Trauma.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got lost into it for a little bit, like Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Yeah. Was it Killer Tomatoes?
I don't think it was.
No, that was way before.
But it was in the same vein of the Trauma.
Yeah. Critters too was kind of like, similar idea. It was fun. Anyways. Fucked up films.
Critters.
The original Critters back in
the
day was fun.
The first two were great. The first two movies were great. Yeah.
Well, were they great, or were we just so young that we were like, oh, these are awesome?
Well, they were great when I was young. And then when I was a teenager, they were still great, but that's because I was high.
Well, yeah.
And then now I'm old and I'm nostalgic.
So they're probably still great because I'm old, nostalgic, and high.
Right. Yeah. So, they're probably masterpieces.
They're probably brilliant.
Brilliant films.
Hey, Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in Critters 2.
Wow.
Mwah.
Just wow.
Just chef's kiss.
That's my second up until a point, that was my second favorite Leonardo DiCaprio performance after The Quick and the Dead. But that's a whole other that's not a fucked up movie. That is a
fucked up movie. Basketball Diaries.
Absolutely.
Great movie though.
Wonderful.
Excellent
movie,
film.
Isn't that based off a true story too?
I believe it is.
Yeah,
yes.
which makes it even more wow. Just
And that was
either.
both Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Wahlberg's early acting.
yeah, and
roles.
that I would say that was Leo's big breakthrough.
It was
'Cause-
because it came out. I think it was because it was the right kind of story for the right time.
Yeah,
It was that indie story, that indie movie for the 90s.
absolutely. Yeah,
Which garnered that attention.
I would
for sure.
not the same movie, but a similar situation would be like Brad Pitt and Seven. Do you know what I mean? Like they just married so well together at that point, and it helped launch his career into the stratosphere.
7 being, I guess, more of a blockbuster.
Oh yeah,
movie,
absolutely,
though.
yeah. Well,
'Cause-
Basketball Diaries did do well in theaters, I think, or maybe no, it might have been.
It was on video. I think it did better.
I think you're right. I think it did. It gained a cult
Whereas
following.
7 was he was that was his like I'm Brad Pitt moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas like because he did Legends of the Fall before that.
Sure, yeah, but like
Vampire.
Thelma and Louise.
no, he didn't do. He did interview after 7
7, yeah.
for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
They might have been within the same year or so, but definitely.
I think a 7 is more recent. That's one of those funny humanisms.
Yeah, no, that was one of his breakthrough performances
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? The stoner on the couch in True
Ah, yeah,
Romance.
True Romance.
That was just a funny scene. That was
That's
great.
great.
That's just
I love that.
That's what
movie.
makes him so cool.
It
That he
is a
does
good
shit
movie.
like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
You get to
It's
that
awesome.
point where it's just like, what's my scene? You sit on the couch, you say a couple words.
Yeah, it's poke a bong.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay,
can
do
smoke
that.
weed out of a bear.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I can do that. All right, cool. Yeah. Rehearsal must have been fun for him,
Right.
eh? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, fuck the movies. What other ones we want to talk about?
Oh man, we could talk. All
So
day.
many. There's so
Because I
many.
mean, because again, we could go to because I think a lot of the movies we have talked about have been a little under the radar.
Yeah.
But we could talk Natural Born Killers.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's
It
like.
was your indie vibe.
But
movie.
here's the thing. Sorry to cut you off. It is a fucked up movie, but like,
It's expected fucked up. I
yeah,
guess.
like the whole point is to serialize these people that are trying to get famous by being killers. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so inherently the film's supposed to be fucked up. You could say the same
Yeah, but
about
the
like
imagery-
Requiem for a Dream, but the way Requiem for a Dream ends, you do not expect in any way, shape, or form. Natural Born Killers kind of gets to where it's going, with the exception of Rodney Dangerfield. That whole thing is fucked up. Wow. That was weird.
And that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
true.
Fucked up
but,
shit.
But I felt like the
Well, it goes
natural
into
progression
it
of
goes
kind
into a
of
cartoon at one
Yeah,
point.
sure, yeah.
Like it's the
Oh,
imagery.
yeah, it was a lot of weird stuff. But I just felt like it had a more natural progression. But either way, it still is a fuck movie for sure. I have seen that movie
I would say
way
that-
more times than
I've
should.
seen.
I have that on DVD, and I think I've watched in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, like it's a fantastic film, right?
Yeah.
Especially being scored by
Wonderful.
Trent. You know,
Wonderful
like
movie.
yeah, it's great.
Well,
Wonderful.
yeah, scored by Trent, written by Quentin,
Yeah, I mean,
directed by Oliver Stone.
like Jesus, like, do you get like a better trifecta?
the
And then you
location.
get Juliette Lewis, and then you get freaking Woody
Woody
Harrelson and Rodney Dangerfield, like just an amazing cast.
And then Woody Harrelson and Oliver Stone do mushrooms and do location scouting.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
like that scene where
unbelievable.
they're eating mushrooms in the car.
Yeah,
That they're actually eating mushrooms
wonderful,
in the car.
Nice.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
My favorite
great
thing in
film.
that movie is I think that was the first time I saw Woody Harrelson outside of Cheers.
Wow,
I really realized
Actually, you know what, dude? I think for me too.
That was because that was his big
I think it was.
big push into movies.
I think it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
And he's done so many things since then. High class, low class. He'll do it all, right?
Yeah, he's done.
He's speaking of fucked
Good
up
and
actors,
terrible.
The best, the best.
like
yeah.
any good actor.
He's like Nick Cage, but not as intense.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Wow,
Right? 'Cause
yeah,
he's in everything.
yeah. He
I
is.
still love Nick Cage where he doesn't talk a single time through the entire flick.
Oh,
And
that
I
was that-
watched that start to finish.
That was that. What was it? Willy's Wonderland or
Yes.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I watched it start to finish like the dumbass I am.
I've heard that's a pretty fucked up movie.
It's expected. At least I expected it.
Okay.
Like I wasn't surprised.
Okay.
And again, even with one thing, I'll give credit. Actually, now they say this out loud. It's a fucked up movie. A lot of scenes, a lot of fucked up, all those things. But what do I always talk about? How he never says a word.
right.
I don't talk about the fuck ups, the
Yeah.
blood,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gore.
yeah.
No, none of that. Fuck
It's
that.
he didn't say a
doesn't
word.
say a one fucking word. Not one.
Not a single.
It does
one, huh?
It does impress me when characters say very few
Sure,
and still get
the point
their
across.
point across.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
I
That's
think
always
that's
a
what I
fun.
liked about the first. Most of Baby Driver
Yeah, I love Baby
was
Driver.
was he very kid of very few words, right?
He had very the words that he did have were very pointed.
Yeah.
You know, very, very, yeah.
Until I guess towards the end where he started to get more comfortable with
Sure.
what was happening.
When he gets
kind
the
of thing.
baby and yeah.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
But
That's not a fucked up movie. That's a
No,
brilliant
that's a
movie.
fucking
Brilliant movie.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
One of my favorite soundtrack / movie combinations. How the soundtrack and the beats to the movie.
I thought that
are
movie
purposefully planned out.
I thought they fucking got my idea for my soundtrack life because of how well they mimic it. It's not the same movie at all, or the same concept, but the idea of like, oh geez, that's genius. But then I just started thinking like, oh, I can start borrowing some ideas from them and how they did it. Yeah, so
really, what we want to end this on is it's an okay movie.
Yeah, it's an okay movie.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's all right.
You know,
It's all right.
yeah. If you haven't seen it, watch
Yeah,
it.
if you wanna see
Yeah,
it,
it's not horrible.
sure. Yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah.
didn't click with me at all.
Not at all, eh?
No,
That's okay.
I have to admit.
Not for everybody. Even Jamie Foxx.
Afraid? No.
Oh,
I think,
wow.
yeah,
John Hamm.
I don't know offhand what he played.
He
in it.
played the sexy criminal.
Yeah.
With the
guy-
sexy girlfriend.
Yeah, sexy girlfriend. Yeah, they were making out and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they were always in the back seat.
Yeah. He's super cool, John Hamm.
Yeah, no.
He's hilarious.
He's such a dork. I love
Taxi
it.
Driver, I think, was a better version of that, but that's totally different in a lot of ways.
Taxi
Very
Driver,
different. Speaking of
geez.
fucked up movies.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, one of those expectedly fucked up.
It
movies.
was. Yeah.
The progression.
The
You're like,
entire
of course.
thing was about the decline of this dude's
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah.
fucking
Nothing
insanity,
surprised me
right?
about it. And
Yeah.
that's kind of somewhat horrible to say, but yeah, it
sure.
was what I expected.
I read an article. They say that's a movie that could and will probably never be remade.
Yeah, it
Like
shouldn't be.
nobody will attempt.
No, yeah. Like
It's
Back
one of
to the
those.
Future
It's definitely
franchise.
one of those lightning in a bottle
Yeah,
scenarios.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Scorsese, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Beetlejuice. You can't do that one either.
Well, they're trying.
No, they're going to.
Yep.
Ugh.
They're getting on it. I don't mind
It's
because they're
in the
bringing all
works.
the
It's in the
all the
works.
pieces back, bringing
And-
everybody back.
And they're not doing Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, which
Right.
was their
Okay, well,
first choice. The first time they
Yeah.
tried to put it out as a sequel.
Stupid.
No, seriously. They wanted to do Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Wow.
Not a fucking word of a lie.
But and I probably should have better phrased actually what I was saying. If they're doing a sequel or part of the story, okay, I'll give that a bit of a nod.
Gotcha.
Things like Ghostbusters,
You're thinking
things like that.
reboot.
Sure.
yeah.
If it's a no fucking reboot.
Fuck no
Yeah.
way.
No
way.
reboot.
Do not touch that.
It's like
film.
trying to reboot Dirty Dancing. Anybody that was part of that, poof,
Yeah.
Or Footloose.
Out dead.
or
Yeah.
Footloose. Oh,
I know. What the
They
hell,
haven't
man?
done that. That's
Yes,
good.
they did.
Yeah,
No,
they did.
they
Oh,
haven't.
that's right. You're right. They didn't
No,
do that.
they didn't.
They
Do
did
it.
not.
Never happened. Never happened. There's never been another Footloose. There's only
No.
one.
It was like the Karate Kid with Jackie Chan never happened.
Yeah,
That's all.
Never happened.
Never
Shit,
happened.
Never happened.
Nope.
Speaking of fucked up
They
movies.
wanted it to happen. I heard about it was going to happen, but
yeah,
it
but never
happened.
happened. It fell through before
Yeah.
it went to.
People
made it
came to
yeah.
the realization of we should not attempt this.
This is horrible idea. Even Jackie Chan's like, what am I doing with my life? I'm not.
That's
This is like,
I would have questioned that as Jackie Chan. I would have been, first of all, I'm not Japanese.
well, you think about all the things that Jackie Chan is famous for. One of them is his independence and his ability to make films. And it's like, oh, that's what you decided to do. You're gonna go and remake one
Maybe
of the most greatest classic movies of all time.
maybe when Will Smith asks you to make a movie, you don't say no.
I mean, now.
Well,
might-
'cause he
I
might
mean,
get-
I'd be scared he slapped me.
I don't
but
say
no.
yeah.
I'm like,
I was about to make
I'll
that
say
horrible
no
joke.
behind a wall.
Yeah.
I don't think it's front to his face, but yeah.
But yeah, that was that seemed a little out of pocket for.
It sure.
I mean,
yeah,
and
sure
he's
was.
done some like that Monkey Kingdom one
Oh yeah,
other
Monkey
ones.
King. Yeah,
and
one of my favorite stories, but I heard it was a piss poor movie.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
He did a really good one. It was the one where it was like Taken, but it was Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Fuck.
I have no.
Recent. It's on. I'm pretty sure it's on the Netflix right now.
Not called Take a Chan.
No, but it's really good. It's like dramatic.
Okay, cool.
It's not like your typical like.
Jackie Chan's in a dramatic.
Yeah,
He's retired from
yeah.
action.
No. There's action in it.
Well,
but
he's
it's
retired
more-
from the big stunts, like is what he
Gotcha,
said.
Yeah, it's more.
But it's more a
subdued,
story
more
thing.
story driven
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of thing. And man, he's
Yeah.
good.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
maybe
like-
check it out.
Guy's legend.
He shouldn't just be doing flippity floppity floops off the top of buildings. The
Yeah.
man should have been trying to get better
Yeah.
acting roles.
Yeah.
He
Good
can
for him.
sing too.
I mean-
he's a very popular singer in China.
Yeah.
Very
Good.
popular singer.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm a popular singer at my house. Everybody always tells me to shut up.
Nice.
That's our version of saying that's amazing.
That's
by the
amazing.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like CDs where he does like Beach Boy covers
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's diversified.
That's why they make the joke in Rush Hour with the Beach Boys.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah.
I think those are my favorite. I know that's putting me back a few years in age as well, but the Rush Hours, that was fun.
They're okay.
I
But
like
I was
them.
always like Rumble in the Bronx. I
I
liked
love
I
Rumble.
love
No,
Super
so
Cop.
sorry.
I also
I
loved
forgot about
Those are the prime Jackie
the
Chan.
Concord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
those are the prime.
Yeah.
But I just mean that there's something about those. The comedy is good in the sense of
Yeah.
it's not a Jackie Chan classic, but I've always liked the.
The
style. I don't know
only
what it is.
thing, like, I like the Rush Hour movies fine, but my only
Legend of the Drunken Master was good.
that was good. My only thing with them, they're just a little formulaic. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hating on it. It just is like you can kind of see the beats coming.
Oh
in
yeah,
a
you know
different way.
exactly what's
Right.
going to happen in this movie from
Whereas,
start to
like,
finish.
when I knew of Jackie
Yeah.
Chan, which Rumble in the Bronx was like my introduction, like that's a fucked up
I
story.
just watched a Netflix flick that's basically the exact same thing where two people are forced to work together, and you just know by the end of it they're going to love each other.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the damn
It's
movie.
called that Jackie Chan movie is what?
Nice.
It's called The Foreigner.
Oh yeah.
Humble London businessman whose long buried past erupts in a revenge-fueled vendetta when the only person left for him to love, his teenage daughter, dies in a senseless act of politically motivated terrorism.
That sounds like a likely story.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not Jackie Chan action,
Right.
ha
Yeah.
ha ha,
Yeah.
right? It's
Serious.
that was great.
He's done some serious roles before. This
Nice.
isn't his first.
Not I don't think Western.
I don't know. I have to
don't
get
know.
back to you on that.
But anyway, I thought of the movie I was thinking of. It actually has Woody Harrelson in it, where he's the assassin, and the other some other guy gets confused for him because he goes to the wrong house and all. That's a Netflix show. Anyway, same difference. They hate each other at the beginning, but by the end they love
Oh,
each
the
other.
man from
Yeah.
Toronto or some shit.
Yes,
like that?
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
Kevin Hart. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's you're expected good.
Yeah.
Start to finish, you know exactly what's going to happen,
How
how
it
it's
all
going to
plays
roll.
out.
By the
Yeah.
end of it, I'm going to ruin this for you. They love each other and everybody wins.
Oh, you don't say. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I was gonna thought
I'm
they.
surprised because it's not The Rock. Kevin Hart's only supposed to love The Rock.
Well, they just did
Mhm.
another movie together, so
I know
yeah,
because they love each other.
yeah. They're
Well,
best
that's
buds.
good as long as they do.
Why not? Be best buds, make money. Hell yeah,
Well, no, they
Get
love
at it.
each other and they're willing to allow for a little bit of openness within the relationship.
absolutely.
He's
Absolutely.
gonna get
They'll let
trouble
some
from
people
The
in.
Rock. The Rock's gonna give him.
I don't know. From what I understand, I heard Kevin's the power top
The
on
Rock's
that
gonna give him the people's
in that
elbow.
relationship.
Yeah, out in public you think The Rock, but back at
No,
home,
it's Kevin for sure. Big old heart. That's what he's there. Right. That's right. That's
No.
it. Yeah.
I refuse to believe it.
I'm sure you do. We know who wears the pants. And you out there. What are your favorite messed up movies? Do you like our choices? Did you like what we conversed about? Any ones that peak to you? Any ones that you care about? What are ones we missed? We want to hear from you. So please let us know your fun, fucked up, crazy movies in the comments because we want to hear about them.
And share the links though where we can watch them.
Yeah, please do because we want to see these really weird movies that we are not on.
If anybody knows that Japanese or Korean movie that I was trying to figure out with the growth that,
Coming out the arm thing.
coming out the arm thing.
Yeah.
me
Let us know. Let us know, please. Yeah, for sure. And if you like what we're doing, we have a link in our description. You can for buy me a coffee, so you can throw us a buck or two to pay for our bubblies and studio and such. If you want to do such things. Outside of that, if you're out there and you're feeling not so well upstairs in the mental department, congratulations. You're just like everybody else in the world. But it's important to talk about this stuff because you matter not just to us as an audience, but to those that are around you. And if you don't feel like you could talk about this stuff with those that are in your direct vicinity, we'll have some links within our description so that way you can seek out the help that you very well may be looking for. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm Dave.
And I'm going to get in my yellow submarine and head off to the octopus's garden. I've been AJ.
Very nice. Take care, all.
Hanging an octopus. Yeah, peace. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Peace
Bye-bye
out.
now.